So how'd you get started with all this?
Well, the organization started in 2014, and with the encouragement of Daryl's mother and him realizing everything that we go through while we're in the hospital, he decided to create the organization to help us come together and help us support each other and to bring awareness to the community, and so that we'll have someone to advocate for us while we're in the hospital.
Yeah, because I guess, people know they have sickle cell, but they don't
Mm-hmm.
necessarily know other people that are going through the same thing, right?
Right. Daryl was the first person that I knew that had sickle cell up until I was in college. And one particular time we were in the hospital, and there were other people that were going through a sickle cell crisis at the time. And he asked me, did I know them? I told him no. So we went around to different rooms and he introduced us to each other. And that's how we all started knowing each other.
Oh, wow. So that was like the first group, I guess.
Well, I wouldn't say group, but more like meeting. Yeah, just getting to know one another.
Right. Yeah.
Hmm.
So, and then I guess did you form like a Facebook page, things like that, or?
That started after he found the organization. Once he did that, he started a Facebook group, and then we started having our meetings, and we did the first walk in 2014.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Hmm.
And then every year, I guess.
Yeah, not we don't do the walk every year. Sometimes we do blood drives. Sometimes, like last year, we did a fashion show. We didn't do a walk. We did a fashion show. Um, we do bowling. We do sickle cell trait testing. This he'll stick your finger and do a blood test, and you'll know within a few minutes whether or not you have the trait.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Hmm.
All right. So do you help people monetarily as well? Or?
Yes, we did a drive 1 year for Houston sickle cell patients. They had a hurricane and it was devastation everywhere. So we decided to do a drive, and we drove down there and made a donation of the things that we collected for them.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. And I guess you're 501c3, is that
Yes,
right?
we are 501c3 certified.
And what's the name of it?
It's Sickle Cell Warriors of Texas Corporation.
Okay. All right. So what does a patient go through?
Um, when we go into the emergency room, if we do not have someone who understands what sickle cell patients go through, a lot of times they don't believe the amount of pain that we suffer. I've experienced an ER nurse tell me that I can't be in that much pain. Or when she gave me the medication, I was still crying. And she asked me why was I still crying? I told her because I was still hurting. She didn't take the time to look at my IV. My IV had blown. Therefore, I did not get the medication that I needed, and the intensity of the pain was still there. I've also had nurses not pay attention to me when I was getting blood. We have to get blood on a regular basis because our hemoglobin drops very low. When I was getting the blood, I knew something wasn't right because that area was in a lot of pain. And I called the nurse, and the nurse did not look at the site. He told me everything was fine, just to deal with the pain. But once the transfusion was over, the blood did not go into my veins, it went into my tissues, and I had a big bruise from my neck all the way down to my stomach. We just have to suffer through a lot because doctors and nurses do not believe the type of pain that we're really in. He's a really good friend, and he was always there when I had anything. He knew everything, well, the majority of things about sickle cell. So if I had a question, or if I had a concern, or if a medication, a procedure, anything like that, I could always call him and see what he thought. And because he did a lot of research on anything to do with sickle cell. He was just a good friend, and he would pray for you whenever you needed him to. He was just a good person.
All right. Is there anything you'd like to add?
No.
Okay, thanks a lot. What kind of things did he have to go through?
He'd go in the hospital. Well, first of all, he'd be sick, but you would never know he was sick because he would never display it. He put others before he put himself. Even, it's been times where he felt like we'd be together and he felt like somebody needed something and he'll just go in his pocket and help them. He was generous. He was giving like that. So you would never know he was sick because he's going to be joking. He's going to keep laughing. So when he go into the hospital, you know, that's when we know he's sick. Like, oh, he in the hospital, like he's sick, for real, he's sick. You know, but other than that, you wouldn't know. Even when you go to the hospital, he was still joking, still laughing with you. Like, he wouldn't want you to be hurt or grieved inside because he don't feel good. It's just the type of person my cousin is, well, was.
So he's just got a good attitude.
Yes.
Had a good attitude.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I guess, do you think it's something you get used to, or?
What, sickle cell?
Yeah.
No, I have 7 cousins that sickle cell has affected. I don't think it's ever something you get used to. When I was 5 years old, I was riding to Dallas to Children's Hospital with my little cousin because she was sick. Like, you know, there's nothing you ever get used to. I don't think. I'm not affected. Like, I don't have sickle cell, but I have family I love, people I love have it. Like, nah. The family go through it just as much as the child.
Well, I guess people diagnosed with sickle cell have a pretty short life expectancy. Do you think maybe his attitude kept him going?
I feel like he was a gift.
Daryl, he was loved by many people. And Daryl, he was a very nice person. And he would come over to my house. I'm also a baker. And he would come to my house, Aunt Jean, my client want this. What's your cash app? So I would give him my cash app. And he would take order for his friends at work. But Daryl, we love you and you can be truly missed.
All right. Anything else you'd like to say about Daryl? I mean, he went through quite a battle.
Yeah. I believe he was with Daryl all through the years. You know, he hurt a lot, pain and suffering. But right now, he don't have to suffer anymore. He don't have to suffer. He's in the arm of God.
All right. Thanks a lot. All right. So you knew Daryl all his life, I guess.
Yes, I was here. He was born July the 16th, 1977. And that was the same year I got married too. But yeah, he was born 1977. I knew him all his life. Very brilliant baby, viper. He had a stomach ache, and my sister took him to the doctor. He was 2 years old, and they trying to figure out what was going on. And Dr. O.W. Brown would just come into, he's a pediatrician here in Longview, and he said, let me check. He said, I think you may have sickle cell. He may have sickle cell. We're going to run some tests on him, and we should know something this afternoon. That's what he told my sister. And yes, he did a test, and it came out he had sickle cell anemia at the age of 2. And he told him the life expectancy at that time was he may live to be 16 or 18 years old. He had like 16 years, and he was 2, so 18 possibility of him being deceased. But the Lord gave him 3 times 18 years plus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he just days away from
Yes.
turning 50.
Yes, he died on the 13th of July, and his birthday was on the 16th. And he'd been 49 years old.
Wow. So do you think maybe he was a bit of a role model for other people with sickle cell?
I believe the Lord touched him. He made him his vessel, his instrument, so he can get the word to the people that were suffering. And he called on himself to go and let people be aware of sickle cell, which is very, very important.
Yeah. So I guess he just was always carrying a message for other people.
He always carried a message for the people.
Wow. So I don't know what do you remember about him?
I remember Daryl being a vibrant little baby. He loves his mom. He was from a single parent. My sister Gladys raised him up from 2 years old up to adulthood. And she had a private practice. I mean, she has a beauty salon, Gladys Hair Care. She had that. And when he got sick, that means she had to be with him. So who's making money? She can't fix hair and take care of the baby. But she was a strong, strong mother. Strong spirit. The Lord had both of them in the palm of his hand. But she raised up Daryl as a singer, and he didn't go without anything. He had plenty of love. They went to Disney World. They traveled to Mexico. She spent time with her son. Very effective until she met the bonus husband that came in and took some of the load off of her, especially when he was in and out of the hospital. It really takes a team to care for a sickle cell patient, especially when they're small, because if you're working, then you're gonna lose days off. And so I had another sister named Kathleen. Kathleen always came in to help my sister relieve McLeod from the hospital at the time when he was in the hospital a long period of time. They wasn't just there for 2 days. Then when they're going through a crisis, they're there from 2 to 3 weeks. Months. So can you imagine that?
Never really had a job. Really.
Yes. And I believe with the sickle cell screening, they started screening all babies. I think it was 1983. All babies born here was screened, no matter race, color, but all babies. So you would know your status.
So it's just a simple blood test, right?
It's a simple blood test. Mm-hmm. It's required now for the help from the health department.
I know several of your family members have it as well, right?
Well, there's several health traits. Then we got nieces that has, great niece that have sickle cell. I think it's a couple of them that I know of.
How are they doing?
They're doing well. Okay, they have their crisis, but I don't know how frequent they have them. They don't live here in Longview. Mm-hmm. I would like to thank the Texas Oncology for all the time that they spent with caring for Daryl, and especially Dr. Fraze. One more thing I have to tell about Dr. Fraze. Whenever the medical team would come up, the medical doctor, medical student comes up, he would refer them to go and talk to Daryl. Daryl was very knowledgeable of his condition. He knew about his condition. He knew the cause of it. And he would explain that to the medical student. They would come to his room when he was in the hospital, and he would teach them, tell them all the things, how to cure signs and symptoms. Very, very knowledgeable.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right.
So, thanks.
Yeah, thank you.